Hello, Ryan here, aka Mac, and welcome. The roadmap has been updated, so let us take a look at what is new. As always, a huge thank you to all of my patrons and channel members. Thank you so much for the support, it is truly appreciated. So firstly, for the Alpha 319 column on the release viewer, we have both the newly released Mirai Fury and Fury MX as game-ready vehicles. And then moving on to the 320 column, so the Q3 end of September patch, we have a whole slew of new Arena Commander features, which I'm sure we will hear more about on this evening's Inside Star Citizen. First up, we have the front-end update, which replaces all of the current electronic access front-end from the Flash system to building blocks. It will also make switching modes, vehicles, loadouts, and creating lobbies much more fluid, as well as provide the developers the tools to adjust features and create new ones easier and quicker too. So the conversion and tidying up will just make life far smoother for backers, for developers, and allow quick iteration. Next is Arena Commander's new racetracks, which kind of speaks for itself, and will now include the Icebreaker track, Miner's Lament, the Snake Pit, and Yadar Valley, as well as the new Hall-Aran circuit, which is the new racetrack on the New Horizons Speedway. And as it was mentioned recently, they actually created two different versions for a particular track on the New Horizon Raceway, but the team loved them both so much that they couldn't decide which one to pick, so they chose both. Talking of the New Horizons Speedway, these legacy racetracks have been updated and improved, as well as their backdrops changed to the newly developed, more accurately represented planet location being green, or Ellis 3 from the Ellis system. Now, whether this is more of a redesigned microtech planet landscape using the same assets, or actually intended to be the planet for the Ellis system, I don't know, but a refresh of this track will be very much appreciated. With, I suppose, the biggest change on these racetracks being that they are actually in atmosphere now, so drag and other aerodynamics will affect the speed and maneuverability, but also when the flaps and control surfaces come along, the flight around these tracks will be far more akin to real-world aircraft physics. Next up, we have a new dogfighting map called Jericho Station, and those familiar with the Xenothread event will recognise this location as the initial kind of launching point for the event, plus the dry dock for the Javelin and the drop-off point for all of the cargo recovered from the destroyed Starfarers. Now, I'm really looking forward to seeing how this plays, although I'm not too sure if there's going to be enough in this one location to provide an interesting enough setting, but I'm sure they will add other elements to the location to make it more unique. The Echo 11 FPS map now has an option for elimination mode, which it didn't have before, so that's a nice addition. I didn't even realise this. They have also added the newly revamped Security Post Korea to the available maps for both FPS and dogfighting. Now, whether this means a combination of both FPS and dogfighting in the same game mode, or if it is just the set game modes split into either or, I don't know. However, I do think it's going to be the latter. So, inside for FPS, different game mode for flight, not one that you can transition in between. But nice to see this location added to the FPS modes, as it will firstly provide somewhere new to fight it out, but also offer a great training ground for orgs to get some practice in before taking it to the PU. There is also a new flight dogfighting map called Winner's Circle, which is actually the New Horizons Speedway location, but instead of racing, we will be fighting around it. Now, I love the idea here, especially as it is an atmospheric map with an Earth-like environment above the new planet Ellis. So a great new backdrop and location for action, but as mentioned before, once the new aerodynamic changes come in, this will be a great testbed for atmospheric flight and dogfighting, allowing us to get some actual practice in without all the loss of the PU. But also, it'll be a great way for CIG to gather data to balance things. Now, the final addition to the Arena Commander set is called Experimental Game Modes, and this says these limited time game modes range from simple twists on current modes to entirely new modes, and this initiative will not only allow for rapid iteration of game modes to be put into players' hands faster, but also allow the teams to gather vital analytical data for specific activities, equipment, vehicles, and in-development features. Now this sounds very interesting. Firstly, having limited time game modes does actually sound quite fun, giving an incentive to try them out and take part in whatever they are doing. And I'm assuming it won't just be straightforward killing all the time or racing, but maybe something along the lines of industry as well. But secondly, and really more importantly for right now, giving the developers a solid testbed to gather data and test anything from spaceships, items, tools, weapons, components, anything in a quick way. Now this is pretty much what Arena Commander and Star Marine was originally designed for, to test and balance the various aspects of Star Citizen to help improve the persistent universe. So having this now will not only give them more of a solid playground to try out and test things, but it gives us the players something else to get involved in, and I'm really excited to see what they have in mind. But that is this month's roadmap update. As I say, I'm sure we will hear a lot more regarding these upcoming changes on Inside Star Citizen tonight, as the show is dedicated to the Arena Commander update for 320. And personally speaking, I certainly feel more inclined to get stuck into Arena Commander more from 320 onwards, and hopefully it will be a great way for myself and my org mates to get together easier for trying out these new systems. But with that said, if you do enjoy my videos, please do consider subscribing and helping the channel to grow. Also, come and hang out over at twitch.tv/SuperMacBrother. You are all more than welcome. Should be live, hopefully, as soon as this goes live, this video. So if you are watching this video now, do come and hang out. The link will be in the description below. Hit the thumbs up if you don't mind, it does the channel a big favour, and tick that notification bell if you would like to be notified when my videos go live. Again, a huge thank you to my patrons and channel members. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.